Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Saturday, October 2nd, or if you're in Australia and New Zealand on that side of the world, you could be listening to this tomorrow, the 3rd, which is the Sunday. So today we have the moon in Leo all day. Of course, the Leo moon is a very self-expressive moon. Usually when the moon's in Leo, you know how people are feeling because they tell you. Sometimes dramatically. I'm feeling pretty good, just in case you were wondering. So today we have a couple of interesting aspects. I believe today is the Women's March in the United States, and many different cities are having a Women's March to support women and to a certain extent against the draconian abortion laws that have been passed in not just Texas, but in other states as well. So we have today a sextile between Pluto and Venus. Now, Pluto is in Capricorn, Venus is in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio is definitely a pointier energy for Venus to work in, but she can do it. She does do it. And the sextile to Pluto is a 300-degree Aquarian side waning sextile. So it's mentally stimulating, as all sextiles are. It's an opportunity, as all sextiles are, for us to change things in a more progressive way. There's also the issues of control when we're dealing with Pluto and Venus women. So you will definitely hear what women feel about having their bodies controlled by somebody besides themselves today. So it's actually a really good energy for this. Of course, in the background, we have the very powerful and potent T-square between Eris, the goddess of discord, in Aries, opposing Mercury, retrograde in Libra. Libra is the psychology of listening. So if people aren't listening, Eris will make sure they're listening. And that's all squaring, of course, Pluto, which is the structures of power. But because we're dealing with Pluto, we're dealing with the transformation of those structures. So this is a very potent day. It's a very apt day for the kind of things that we're going to see out in the world as people speak up against the intrusive power of those in charge. Now, whether that be the government asking us to get vaccines, mandating vaccines, or if it's the religious right telling women what they can do with their bodies, none of it's going to really fly today. Actually, none of it's going to fly, period. Today, tomorrow, for the rest of the year, right? So, and a little bit into 2022. In 2022, we're going to have some other major stuff happening that may what's the word I'm looking for? Like realign what we're looking at or what we're spending a lot of time looking at. So, but we will talk about that when the time comes. So today is a really good day for if you're out there with the Women's March to really have your voice heard in whatever way you can. Some people can't actually get out to it. So you will keep the women and the men and the people who were fighting for the rights of women and girls. You keep them in a bubble of protection because it is a very difficult time on planet Earth, and we want everybody to stay safe. We do also have Venus. Let's see, not Venus. We have the moon making an opposition to Jupiter. The moon in Leo, of course, is our personal feelings, and Jupiter in Aquarius is the wisdom or the needs or the realization or the understanding of what is needed by the collective. The moon also makes a sextile to Mercury, and that also sort of stimulates our ability to communicate. Mercury, even though Mercury is retrograde in Libra. So that's what's going on, guys. Let's see, is there anything? Let me back up here. It's going to get a little noisy because I'm going to be closer to the road, but more of the daisies came up and they are pretty, so I want to show them to you. I feel like you guys see the same thing every day. I mean, for me, I don't mind. It's my yard and I love it, so hopefully you don't mind seeing the same things every day either. All right, let's do this. Trying to do great camera work here, but I don't think that's working. All right, there's the daisies. See, they're all popping up now. Getting a little bit more jazzy and pizzazzy. They are pretty. It's like the end of the summer, a little bit of happiness. Well, actually, it's fall now, right? And I actually have them over here, too. Might as well show them to you. They're behind this bush here. Rock, I mean. This has got to get cleaned up a little. This is a little messy. Oh goodness, there's bees all over him. Or flies. Some bees and some flies. Interesting. Alright guys, well, that's what's going on here. Have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow. And let's keep the women and the people who are marching for women in that bubble of protection as they stand up for their rights and the rights of others. All right, guys, much love.